Peace, family. Welcome back to episode 42 with Q. In today's video, we will be talking about some things, y'all. I just been up for the past couple of days, just like a lot of you guys. If you're on X, Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media outlet, you are seeing a flooded amount of information from the Epstein files, from just things that are just like so dark, so satanic, just so jaw dropping, and it's just so heartbreaking for the kids, for the families of the kids, for every single person that had to go through it, the current survivors that are still going through it to this day. And I want to pull up something for you guys, and I want you guys to see this came out earlier today, about 5 hours ago, how Trump's attorney general in court, it's just, it just says crooked. And it's just like, sorry, not the attorney. No, yeah, the attorney general. The attorney general, you guys. And I gotta make sure I drink my tea today. Links in the description down below. But it's a crazy time we're living in. This is the year of full disclosure. We are knowing everything about everything, and a lot of people are afraid right now. They're afraid to not say anything. They're afraid to not do anything because I get it. Like, we got to go to work. We got to pay our bills. We got to take care of our family, right? If we don't go to work, how are we going to pay for our food? How are we going to pay to travel? How are we going to pay for anything whatsoever? And I just want to remind you guys, as a computer science major, right? I'm always here talking about leading the soul back to you. And I'm always talking about like what I'm studying. This semester, I'm learning about machine learning and software service construction, something like that. But I was actually listening to Elon Musk the other day, and he was talking about how work will be optional. Work will be something that you could potentially do if you want to or if you don't want to. And I was like, what does he mean by that, right? And I just took the liberty of myself just to ask ChatGPT for those people that are currently, just working nonstop. Listen, if you just use one of these large language models, if you're one of those people out there that are just kind of just scared of AI right now and just doesn't know how to use it, just start using it today. You'll be 300% better than anybody else that is not using to this point. But this is the question I asked. I said, if work will be automated, why can't our bills be automated? If so, how? Right? This was the response, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and play it because it talks a whole lot faster than I can do it. So if work will be automated in the future, why can't our bills be automated?
That's a sharp question. If labor gets automated but expenses stay manual, society destabilizes. The tension you're feeling is real. Let's break this down cleanly. The core issue automation replaces labor, repetitive tasks, decision making, but bills are tied to ownership structures, debt systems, revenue models. Automation reduces labor demand. Bills are designed to extract labor value. That's the conflict. So, can bills be automated? Yes, in different ways. But it requires structural shifts. Here are the real pathways. Universal Basic Income, UBI, concept. If machines produce value, humans receive a base income. Example, governments tax AI-driven companies, revenue redistributed monthly. Pros, stability, reduces panic from job displacement, encourages creativity. Cons, requires political will, inflation risk if mismanaged. Countries testing versions. Finland, Canada, pilot programs.
So this is a great thing, right? That was just one of them. There's other ones, and I don't want to say too much on this subject, but you can go on any type of large language model right here, right now, and start building whatever you want, right? For pennies on the dollar. So just imagine, right? And don't try to solve the world of problems, but what can you solve for yourself right now? Use AI to solve any task that you might be going through that you can't overcome yourself. Maybe it's learning a new language. Create a website for whenever you're going to go travel and learn that language so that way you have respect in other people's countries, right? Maybe it's about learning the stock market. Maybe it's about learning any type of new skill right now because the school system is completely changing as we're speaking right here, right now, right? And this what we have right now at AI, it's this is as worse as it's going to get, right? It's not going to be this bad in the future. Actually, it's going to be, I want to say, 1,000 times better. Like the curve of just exponential growth of where it's going to be this time next year is just going to be unbelievable. But a lot of people are going to feel this transition. And as a person that is optimistic, as a person that is a a self starter, a thought leader, a person that is someone that helps out other people, right? Um, right now, like I just got my hair done, but I didn't have to pay, right? Why? Because I know the skill on how to create a website for the hair business so that way she can automate her business and she can have an AI agent come to the phone, right? So that way that it takes those appointments, it sets it up on the calendar, and that way she just has to do the hair, right? So she's trusting me to do that for her. That's going to be happening for every single business. But right now, there's only 1% of businesses that actually have AI, and most of those businesses aren't even fully automated yet. So you still have time to learn these valuable skills. You want to learn as many AI development skills as possible because this is the future. So if you want to make sure that you are in the right path for the future, learn AI, learn quantum, right? Learn. Do not let this time go past you, right? Because right now, this very moment, right? Like I said, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything is being flooded with, you see pictures of humans being cooked, unalive babies, and it choked me up yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. It was just horrific just to hear Billy Carson's story and just the research that he did alone. So if you guys are kind of interested in that too, go to his channel, Forbidden Knowledge, on YouTube. Type that in. Watch his video, how he's talking about the Epstein files and also Cypher, right? It's gonna blow your mind, right? Fair warning, just watch out for the tears that come through. But this is one of the videos I kind of wanted to share with you, just so you know, right? If you're living here in America, your commander in chief, right here, right now, and his attorney general, right? There is no left and right anymore, right? There's just crooked people, right, in this world. And there are people that want to help and actually do the right thing. I do believe that there are good cops out there. I do believe that there are good people in the military service. I do believe we have good teachers still. I do believe we have great people. And guess what? We have a whole lot more good people than we do have bad people, right? But when you understand that there is something happening in our own country, right, in our system that is not benefiting us right here, right now, and you've been sold a lie, and you still choose to be in that system, you choose to lower your vibration, you choose to bend backwards for these crooked people, these pedophiles, right, that are raping your daughters, that are raping your children, right? But I just wanted you guys to see this. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one video. You guys to understand how how crooked, just people are. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this video right here, right now, and you're gonna see his attorney general being asked questions about the Epstein files and refuses to say anything about yes or no about the Epstein files and just talk about the what our president has been doing and this and that and third. And it's just like, yo, if you go open Instagram and type in the word Epstein files, you're gonna see the president Epstein watching over young little girls. It's completely wrong, right? And I just don't want to talk about this, right? Because we need a solution, right? Because great leaders, they're not just going to talk about something, they're going to create a solution, right? If we want to change the world, you have to change the way you see the world first with inside yourself, right? So here we go. I'm going to play this for you guys real quick, right? And I want you guys to put in the comments what you think.
A lot of shouting, throwing insults, and deflecting questions.
None of them ask Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing.
You know what's crazy? Y'all know what's really crazy about this whole thing? It's like everyday regular people can understand what's wrong with this picture, but somebody that goes to school for X amount of years doesn't get how evil and twisted and demonic these satanic rituals are, right? If you are a person, a follower of faith, you know what they're doing is completely wrong, right? Let's just continue this.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaim.
Not on our time. No way.
Reclaim.
And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I
anything.
did tell you because we
Washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous. They are trying to.
She said this is ridiculous. Pause real quick. How is this ridiculous when there are parents, hardworking Americans, going to work, getting paid, paying bills, paying taxes to pedophiles, right? And she asks a simple question, a simple question. It's a yes or no question. What is she even talking about? What?
To deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump.
I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I
crime.
believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement.
Keep in mind, there are like 8 witnesses right behind her. Right behind her. Let me zoom past this real quick. They're gonna go ahead and talk, yada yada yada. She's getting mad like crazy because she knows
should have been equally
hot seat.
right behind her.
She knows she's wrong. Look at all these people. Look at all these witnesses. People that have lost their kids. People that actually went through the island. People that are just traumatized for life. Like when you go through something like this, you're not going to be the same, right? And look towards the end, right? You guys can look this up yourself and watch the full thing, but it's just so sick. It's so sick. These crooked people and the leaders. Watch this.
Justice has put them through them now. Statement for General Bondi. You apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
In an interview after the hearing, survivors said
A bit in the face for the people that actually went through this and the people that actually are still going through this. It's still happening as we're speaking about it right here, right now, right? Money's not going to be a thing. Don't be afraid because AI, quantum, robots, they are going to take over all white collar and blue collar jobs. Everything in construction, everything that is I don't want to say meaningless task, but everything that is a repetitive task over and over and over again. New things are going to come up for humans, right? More humans are going to be outside grounding, outside farming, outside connecting with their highest self, their highest spirituality self, right? There's a shift going on. We're stepping into a whole different age of reality right now as we speak. And the current system is being teared down from the top right here, right now as we speak. What did we do in the olden days, right? They want to teach you history, but they don't realize that people that actually had their ancestors taken from a continent over here, we are history. We are the ones that are living history right here, right now. We're proof, right? We're resilient. I believe in that we're going to be resilient. I believe that anything bad that has happened, right? If I don't even want to say if the justice system could get it right, because they still don't seem to get it right here, right now. Regular everyday people like you and I can read these files for ourselves, right? See these videos on YouTube for people that are live streaming and reading them, right? These posts on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? These platforms that are lowering people that have 10 million followers, 5 million followers, right? To protect the ones that are hurting your daughters, hurting your sons, destroying families. What's the devil's job? To kill, steal, and destroy. Right? And I don't want you guys just to hear me, but I want you guys to put, I know if you're a parent, you probably feel this, but I just want you to put yourself in those kids' shoes, right? I want you guys to understand that it's really not about you, right? Because the kids are the future. And whoever controls the kids controls the future. Whoever controls the youth controls the future. So we must protect our kids. We must protect our women. We must be stepping up as better men. If you're a woman out there, step up as a better woman, right? Clear your 3 brains, your gut health, your heart health, your brain health, right? Do what you possibly can, because there is more of us than there is of them. And when we realize our true power, right, we're unstoppable, right? But we're right now in this period of time, we're going through a transition period. This transition period is going to hurt a lot of people, but it's also going to help a lot of people that are actually doing the right thing. So pray for those kids that are still going through this. Pray for those families that are still going through this. Send them the energy because they're going to need it, right? Protect your family, protect your neighbors, right? Get back in alignment with whatever you believe in, right? It's a hard couple days, you guys, but we get to decide now. Are we moving into the future through bloodshed? Or are we going to move in the future through justice, compassion, and understanding and doing what's right? Right? What does that look like? What does that look like right now? A lot of people in the service, a lot of the government agents, a lot of the police officers. I know for being a security guard officer, you can't say anything on camera because your job is at jeopardy, right? You can't say anything on camera in your uniform, right? But you guys can do what you can do and repost something or share something so it reaches the right type of people that can do something, right? Don't be distracted. If you're drinking, stop the drinking. If you're smoking, stop the smoking. If you're just doom scrolling, stop the doom scrolling. If you're just watching meaningless stuff that's not making yourself better, stop. The fate of your future and your kids' future depend on it. Other than that, you guys, thank you so much for sitting with me today. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Salute.